welcome to Season. My name is Jason and here's my review of Sherlock. Seasons 1 to 3 plus a New Year's Day special, completely spoiler free. At the end I'll give an overall rating of every individual episode. If you want to know more about any individual ratings, I'll be happy to go more in depth in the comments. I'll rate the overall seasons with an A to F grade, but for now let's get started. Sherlock Holmes is an extremely intelligent, extremely British, self-made detective who likes to think himself the master of deduction. And he's probably right. With the help of veteran war medic Dr. Watson, the crew solve cases whilst avoiding danger at all costs. For those of you who've not heard of Sherlock, then, how? This is the definitive breakout role for Benedict Cumberbatch, and for Martin Freeman as well, and to be perfectly British, it's bloody marvellous. Season, or series as we call them in England because they're significantly shorter, are only 3 episodes long, but with each episode being practically a feature-length movie anyway, they more than make up for it. Each episode, for the most part, follows a single case that's usually wrapped up by the end of an episode, but what makes Sherlock truly incredible television isn't just the high-quality, flashy direction, nor the seamless tradition of a classic hero to a modern-day setting, the razor-sharp wit, or just how beautifully British it all is. It is the perfect delivery of all those things, glued together by the absolutely brilliant performances of the main cast. Cumberbatch, of course, is the highlight. His Sherlock is impossibly clever, a giant pain in the arse to everyone around him, but his charismatic overconfidence and deductive ability make him a marvel to watch. Freeman plays a tougher-than-he-looks, likeable, down-to-earth, Martin Freeman-type character. Like I said back in my first Fargo review, that's not a bad thing. Everyone else is great too, but you cannot mention this show without mentioning Andrew Scott as Moriarty. Devilish, camp, chaotic, the force of nature Sherlock. I would say more, but spoilers, you need to see him in action. Now you've probably seen the opening episode ratings, and after hearing all this thinking, but what about season 3? Is it not good? Here's the thing, no, they're still good, hence the good ratings. But by Sherlock standards, it is pretty lacking. After the hype of the first 2 seasons, it felt like the writers read too much of the fandom's response and then catered to it. Some of the fan service is playful, but overall it gets in the way of the series moving on from its past glories. Beyond that, the stories we get are much more character focused, which sounds good, but what Sherlock did well was moving the plot forward with the characters reacting and developing naturally alongside it. In season 3, the cases start to come to a halt and the plot starts to revolve around the characters more. It also lacks a little payoff when it comes to its resolutions. But again, spoilers. Honestly, I still liked it, but not nearly as much as season 2. Side points. The music is amazing in this show. That extremely 10 strings driven soundtrack, I listen to this shit everywhere. I love it. Mrs. Hudson and Molly, the forensic scientist, provide a much welcoming warmth to the show and they're very underrated characters. I had to mention this review somehow. And Scandal in Belgravia. Oh, yeah. That's actually my favourite episode. It's incredible. Season 1 gets an A. Season 2 gets an A+. Season 3 gets a B+. But we are not done. The game is not over. The Abominable Bride aired on January 1st of the current year and is serving to give us something to nibble on until season 4. What did I think? Man, I was torn on this one. First half of the episode, incredible. It was delivering exactly what I wanted out of what was advertised. It was witty, it was clever, it had some fan service, but it was playful about it, and seeing our favourite characters in the context of the Victorian setting was just great. The second half of the episode, without spoiling it, went a little ambitious with what it was trying to do. It ditched the fun from earlier and tried to be too clever with the format, and it just came off as pretentious and clever for the sake of clever. It annoyed me, since I was having so much fun with the first half, and then it barged in and ruined the tone and flow of the whole thing. I know people love overly smart plots, but you can be smart, maintain the tone, and have clarity too, which I think is the key to delivering very entertaining stories. We've seen Sherlock do this in the past and is why we fell in love with it in the first place. Also, there's that bad attempt at feminism thing. That might need its own video. It was close to being a good, but its messy delivery annoyed me a bit too much. Sorry. And that is it. Thank you very so much for watching. If you like this video, then please subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with my future videos. My next review will be One Punch Man. I will also be doing a live stream tomorrow, so please tune in around 7 PM GMT time to get a load of that action. I'll be talking probably about that video that got a bit controversial where I was talking about Moffat and other things, so we'll do that. It's a date. But for now, I will see you later.